of the Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee to conclude the investigation into Trump-Russia collusion. And I learned of this Politico. Politico reports that Trey Gowdy was breaking from the Republican members of the committee on that issue. Oh, wait, I forgot. Grab soundbite number 3. Mike Murphy, Republican consultant extraordinaire. This is the guy that ran Jeb Bush's campaign. $100,000, got 3 delegates. He and Mark McKinnon are the 2 probably most prominent Republican consultants out there. And Murphy, let's see, were they both on CNN? Listen, I got to go to the next page here. Yeah, they're both on CNN last night with, well, I don't know if both were with Don Lemon or not, but the first one is Murphy on CNN tonight. And he says the problem that the Republicans have in the November elections is Trump, Trump, Trump. That's the problem, and it's a problem that Republicans just cannot overcome.
President Trump, who peaked in districts like that a year and a half ago, is now in real trouble. He's become an anchor on the party. There's definitely a blue wave coming. I'll say it, yes, it's Trump. This is not rocket science. We have the most unpopular president in the history of polling in the first year of an administration. So, 2 plus 2 is 4 here. Massively unpopular president who is constantly doing things to undermine the presidency and offend 2/3 of the country. And so guess what? We're getting clobbered now at the polls. The problem is fundamentally Trump and the fact the party has become lemmings following him. So yes, I totally blame Trump.
Does he sound happy to you, Mr. Snerdley? He doesn't sound happy to you? Well, play it again. Does he sound enthusiastic? Does he sound panicked? Well, what does he sound to you then? He does. I think he sounds gleeful here. I think he sounds, told you so, told you so, told you so, told you so. I think he sounds just like he sounded when we nominated Sharon Angle and the woman who had to say she wasn't a witch in Delaware, whatever her name was. And he sounds, I told you, you're making the biggest mistake in the world. I try to tell you, you won't listen to me. I try to tell you. I think he sounds, trying to tell you again. I told you, Trump's the killer. Trump's killing us. Listen to it again.
President Trump, who peaked in districts like that a year and a half ago, is now in real trouble. He's become an anchor on the party. There's definitely a blue wave coming. I'll say it, yes, it's Trump. This is not rocket science. We have the most unpopular president in the history of polling in the first year of an administration. So, 2 plus 2 is 4 here. Massively unpopular president who is constantly doing things to undermine the presidency and offend 2/3 of the country. And so guess what? We're getting clobbered now at the polls. The problem is fundamentally Trump and the fact the party has become lemmings following him. So yes, I totally blame Trump.
I see the smile. Oh, he's gloating. Yeah, Trump. Guess what? We're getting clobbered at the polls. The problem fundamentally Trump and the fact that the party's become a bunch of lemmings following him. All you idiots. I tried to tell you. We have the most unpopular president in the history of presidents. 2/3 of the country's offended by the guy every day. I told you. It's Trump. The blue wave is coming. We're toast. I told you. Let's go on to McKinnon. Mark McKinnon next. He ran all the media for George W. Bush in the 2000 campaign. It was prominent in 2004. He was on with Don Lemon. And McKinnon is the guy that founded this centrist group called No Labels. We're not conservatives. We're not liberals. We're actually liberals that don't call ourselves liberals, is what the No Labels group is. And Lemon said, okay, you're plugged into a lot of Republicans, Mark. What are they really saying behind the scenes?
They're saying, get off the beach. He's coming. Get out of here. No, actually, that is happening. They're getting out of the races altogether. In fact, 41 Republicans have retired and resigned. And I think because of last night, we're going to see more resignations. Last night's news, that was the canary in the coal mine getting hit by mustard gas and a grenade, and there's feathers everywhere. I think a lot of Republicans were holding out hope that because of the tax cuts and because of the very strong economy, that would help carry through some of the problems that we've been seeing out there. This suggests that that's not going to be the lifeboat that everybody thought it was going to be.
Okay, we got one more with Murphy. back on CNN, and he's on the same show with McKinnon, because you'll hear McKinnon in this bite as well.
We need to give the same kind of long leash to some of our candidates who want to walk away from the president a little bit and walk away from some of these litmus test primary issues like guns in these suburban districts where Republican support is collapsing. So I would say my advice to the Republicans would be copy that, because we are heading for real headwinds, and it's an effective tactic, as we just learned in one of our base districts.
All right, so we need to give some kind of long leash to some of our candidates who want to walk away from the president a little bit, walk away from some of these litmus test primary issues like guns in these suburban districts where Republican support is collapsing. Republican support for guns in suburban districts is collapsing. Okay, so the message is that Trump is a buffoon, he's an idiot, he's hated and despised. 2/3 of the country doesn't like the guy. He's the most negative polling president, first term, first year we've ever had. Blue wave is coming. Get off the beach, or you're going to drown. Republicans are resigning left and right. It's over. How did he get elected in the first place then? Could somebody explain to me what happened? How did he get elected in the first place? Was he overwhelmingly popular by people who voted for him? And now 1/3 of the people that voted for him have abandoned him or more. He's hated and despised. Trump is hated and despised by many of the people that voted for Republican support is collapsing because of Trump. How did a guy like this ever get elected then? Now, I know what these guys will say. Hillary Clinton and Russia. Hillary was a horrible candidate. One of the worst candidates Democrats have ever run. Well, she won the popular vote. Count the 5 million votes out in California or whatever. She won the popular vote, and the Democrats loved her. What happened? In a year and a half, what has happened in 15 months since Trump was inaugurated? What has happened to cause all of this dramatic reversal of opinion on Trump? What has happened? Well, there are answers to this. I'm just asking if any of you... Well, he's implemented a conservative agenda, and notice how these guys run down the tax cuts. A bunch of Republicans running down, not enough. They thought the tax cuts could be our anchor, but nope, that's not enough. Well, I have the answers to all my questions I'm asking. I'm asking rhetorically here. What happened? How does the guy get elected in the first place if he is this hated, despised, and unpopular now after implementing 65% of his agenda? Well, maybe these guys hate him precisely because of that. Maybe these guys hate him because he beat them resoundingly. Outsiders took them to school during the primaries and the general. But anyway, despite all, you see, folks, these are Republican consultants considered to be the cream of the crop. And they're out there on CNN saying it's over. And it doesn't even have anything to do with Russia. No, it's over because Trump sucks. Trump is horrible. Trump is hated. Trump is despised. He's unpopular. Anyway, take a break. We will continue. Don't go away.